with power. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the NFO. We've got everybody up here. Reef is on the way. We got Creative Collectible Fan. We got So Blessed Pops. We got Awesome Toy Box with T-Roy. Adventures Week, guys. Adventure. I go back to work Monday. I didn't know when we went back to work. There was a big parts shortage. They never even told us what it was. We were notified, come to work Thursday. We were supposed to work Friday and Saturday. Nope, that was canceled. And the original word was they'd notify us when we had to come back, when they had parts. So they notified us. They come back Monday. But a funnier article that come out on it, we haven't even started building our new car. It says the Traverse production, the new 2020-24 Traverse in the news has not even started production. So what have I been building for the last month?
Absolutely.
Prototype.
Yeah.
No idea. Mustang. Young Buck. I find it funny when you read the media and they don't know what they're talking about. Who did we lose?
Bradley.
Yeah.
I think that he had to go real quick.
Okay. Talking to T-Roy to start this out, I had to ask him what it's like to have seller's remorse.
Seller's remorse sucks.
I hit the wrong button.
Mr. Jimmy.
I can't believe you got Raider Snake Plissken. That's one of the few I think if I came across for a good price, I'd actually pick up.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to get one from last night.
What?
Snake Plissken.
Did you buy some?
I am infuriated with them, and I'm about to cancel all of my orders from them.
Well, what happened?
So, because I saw you make that comment about how you wanted that Darth Vader. I was like, okay, I'll stick around for it. Instead of dropping the 100 they told people, they dropped 25. And when it was dropping, it was syncing up with the Anakin. So I now have a Walgreens exclusive Anakin instead of a Darth Vader.
Anakin's cool. I mean, I didn't necessarily want it. I was just curious to see about what it was. Being Darth Vader, I figured, if it was there, it was there. I get it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, for $5, it was worth it, but not $25 for an Anakin that I don't want.
I can't believe you don't want the Anakin.
You just pulled it.
Exactly.
Oh, nobody.
Dr. Oddity, how you doing?
Oh.
Mr. Wayne Deacon.
Hey,
Wayne
Dr.
Deacon,
Oddity.
the only guy that pulled his wong out in the video and won. You don't know what I'm talking about? Go check out Wayne's box battle video. He pulled his wong out.
That's amazing.
Why is this not working?
Gotham.
Again, why I got such an alert from that Wayne Deacon had a video out that I needed to watch immediately.
Anthony Place, how you guys doing? Yeah, it's just they've helped me so much, and with all the different things. When I went in there and they were like, I'm like, well, if it helps you guys out, I'll go ahead and I'll let him buy it. So I sold $480 pops for $435.
Ooh.
They're like, you don't have to. I said, I know, but you didn't have to sell me the Ochako either at the price you did. He lost money.
Mm-hmm.
So every once in a while, you got to remember, as T-Roy says, collectors help collectors. When someone helps you, every once in a while, you got to help them out, and it goes both ways.
You know, we do. I mean, just like I'm going to those cons. If you guys see any of those cons you want, just let me know.
Mr. Blaze, I am not ready. Matter of fact, it's funny because that's why I was asking Trent if he wanted to, because I ordered a box on accident, and I don't know how I did it. I went in to double check and make sure that my discount code was right. I put the code in, and then I backed out of the website and didn't order it because my wife had a code for because she had pre-ordered stuff from them, and so they gave her a code because it was so long they couldn't credit her credit card back on some pre-order stuff. Ralphie's was really cool for that. And so she used her code, and I got one of the boxes from her. Well, then all of a sudden I get an email, and I never hit confirming. I don't know how I ordered it from Ralphie. But I guess I ordered one too. So I have two of them, but I still have no shipping on it. And I ordered them when Keaton asked me to go in, and that's why I'm like, well, I got 2 of the 6-packs coming.
You were only supposed to get one, Dan. You're starting to sound like
Exactly. Somehow, in my technical magistrate, I just went in to double check the discount code, and when it said it worked, I thought I backed out and closed the app.
Look at that.
Oh, that's cool. Hold on.
Woo.
Up here so you can show that off. Check that out. Signed Demon Slayer.
I love it.
Funko Shop exclusive.
Wait, there's more. If you haven't guessed what, there's more.
Is CPF Extreme? No, Extreme is Extreme.
Those are the 3 Tsunamis I got.
Sweet.
But then, yes, there's more.
Why is this?
You guys don't know who these people are.
Ooh, there you go.
Ooh.
Nice and
Guys,
pretty.
you trying to get all that signed now?
Oh, guess what? There's more.
There's more.
Got all the JSA cards. They had JSA there. It's kind of nice.
Right.
And you may know these ones, Dan.
I might know of all of them so far.
You might know these two.
Well, those 2 are the ones that got dropped off at a McDonald's.
They are. Mega
Him
Man.
with this kitty.
And him with his froggies.
Cool.
That was my adventure yesterday. Down in Taylor. I think it was Taylor.
Ooh.
Now we've got next month comes, we go to Ohio for the HorrorCon.
Look right over the shoulder. You see that Anakin right there? See him moving just enough?
He's,
That's
laying
what
down.
you're talking about?
He's tired. Azula fell off the table.
Nice.
But yeah, next month we have the HorrorCon in Ohio, Cincinnati. Then after that, we got Grand Rapids. Then I think after Grand Rapids is the Detroit Comic Con. I think after that one's Lansing.
Yeah, Lansing's been dropping a bunch of people lately
Yeah, I just read something. Who was it?
because they just dropped like almost everybody that they had.
There was somebody that I just read on the internet saying that she was going to be there. I think it was a she. And I was like, whoa, really?
There's a lot of people coming to a lot of different stuff. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, because that's going to be in July. Let's see.
Yeah,
Oh,
how you doing?
Rukia. Rukio's going to be there.
Yep.
You know that pot back there that I was going to make room for you back there? Don't you have a Rukia back there?
I don't have a Rukia back there.
Oh, man.
Rukia is one of them I do not have.
She's a
Killer Bee's going to be there.
Killer Bee, that's the one I saw that was going to be there.
Yeah. The 89 Batmobile's going to be there. Well, replica. Let's see.
You know, Jimmy, it all depends on, for me, these cons, because we're launching the new vehicle, it's going to also depend on what days they are, if we're working, all the fun stuff with that. It's supposed to be crazy. I mean, instead of as crazy as we think it's going to be, then they send us home on after Thursday and tell us not to come back till notified, so we're told to go back Monday.
Say T-Roy, was it John Beatty is going to be there?
John who?
Beatty or Betty?
John.
I agree, Extreme. I do. Chepe! Howdy!
Looks like he did a lot of the work on Secret Wars.
Yeah, Mama Fam got me into using calendars, so I got my whole calendar planned already for this year. And I'm like, I'm off every weekend of every con so far. I love it.
Nice.
Except for the one that we're going to, that horror con thing. I had to take time off of that, but I'm also going for a week in Ohio.
Well, shoot, you might as well shoot down here to the one in Texas.
That's what, yeah, you know, that's right around the corner.
Heck of a lineup.
That's the same thing with that other horror con. I'll have
definitely a bucket list just to go down there, just to see everybody from down there.
Mhm.
And you're down there, Pop Cop's down there, you know, Ketons ain't too far from there. Kind of fun to shoot down that way.
I think Reef's right around the corner.
Texas and Florida have a little bit of ways away.
Yeah.
It's around the corner.
Yeah. How you doing?
Hey, Christina.
Bobby sent one to Reef, wondering where Mr. Reef's at.
So Motor City Comic Con just got more expensive.
Why?
William Shatner's going.
Oh, yeah. You know, honestly, I haven't seen anybody there I want autographs from yet, so I may not go to Motor City.
Say the only ones I would want is Steve Downs and Jen Taylor, just to get that that Halo pop I'm working on. So I just ordered the pop. I found a deal for $8, the damaged box, so
Wow, that
could not pass that up.
Tell you, just like I didn't realize that Bradley didn't know when Funko had that deal with all the stuff they were running that flash sale.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got looking back. I'm like, I saw Trent post about it, and I didn't think. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm already got. I'm like, what about them? Well, then after the sale was over, I clicked into. I'm like, holy crap, that was a heck of a sale. I'm like, I wish I'd have paid attention.
Well, like that Freddie Bones, some of it had me upset because I literally just bought some of that stuff for my wife. The vaulted Maleficent, I paid $30 for it.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Then the Freddie Bones, I paid $15, and then all of a sudden, literally, they're on clearance. But that was the one I got the case, the grape juice from My Hero, and he wasn't in the sale, so yeah.
Here and there.
It was hit and miss. It was fun. Watching some of those disc trackers really good at putting the stuff out there to make sure that everybody knows to get the sales and all that. It's a lot of fun. I mean, if you're not following disc trackers, you should definitely be following disc trackers if you're doing it with Funko.
Yep, I
There's a
got
lot
that.
of good information out
Yeah.
there. Make sure everybody knows about that, the flash sale. And then I didn't realize the first time I went in, I didn't buy the All Might because it said sale, but it said $40 on the price. So
You had to click on it.
And then Trent's like, just click on it. It gives you the sale price when you pull it up.
How much was it? Wasn't it like $10 or
No.
something like that? Yeah.
$9. For
I'd
that,
have bought some more sneaky
that's why I bought 3 of them.
I've taken them out of the 3 liters.
I'm like, really? I bought 3 of them for cheaper than you could buy 1 for.
Yep.
Hmm.
And then the normal ones, like those Stitch ones, the skeleton ones, I only paid, it was either $6 or $7 each for those sodas. But the problem, and what everybody realizes, it ain't the numbered sodas is killing Funko's. No, it's the fact that you used to, when we started buying sodas, they were $9, $10. They're 18 now. You can buy a Funko cheaper than you can buy the sodas.
Hmm.
And it's no meant to be. Anthony Blaze is one of the few people I know that collects specifically sodas.
Mm-hmm.
Most people collect Funkos and the sodas. They like the sodas to match. But I'm not going to pay 18 for a soda and pay 12 for a Funko.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, the one of the aspects I like about the sodas is you have to open them. You have to open them to see if you got a chase or a common.
Right.
You know, I like that aspect. Although I'm not going to do that with my pops.
I don't
But
like that.
Yeah.
You have to check the glow on the 3 liters with some of them, and the Pogs, they don't always necessarily show. With the Queen, you could tell she was holding a chase, but like the All Might, you're feeling to see if it's glowy.
Hmm.
In fact, they seal the Pogs now. I mean, on the 3 liters, I didn't know what I thought about that. Yeah, Christina, that's the point. That's why I didn't know without seeing the All Might. When I just seen the glam pictures of it, and I have every All Might other than that case now. I didn't like the looks of it. That's why I didn't want to buy it for $40. Then getting it on the deal and seeing it, I'm like, all right, it's not as bad in hand as that glam picture. The glam picture made it look horrible. T-Roy's like, I don't even touch any of that stuff anymore.
I nothing's hit. I mean, recently that I've just had to have. And like with you, like you said, the sodas. Half the time it's cheaper just to buy the Chase Common set from somebody than to go out and just buy them. Like it used to be different. It used to be like your Chase was going to be $80-$90. Now they're going
which is the cost of the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I finally bit the bullet on that, and with the Agent Venom, I had a couple of them that I was watching on Macari, and they sent me a deal. Hey, $20 for the Chase. I said yes. That's cheaper than what it costs for me to go buy it at the store right now.
The guy who just bought my Pops today, I was talking to him, and he's looking for he wanted the Sting, and he's the one that Bradley looked for the Ghostface for.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to explain it to him. Trent's in a motel room.
Yeah.
It is in Wisconsin, so you never know. But, like I was explaining to him, he was talking about the Sting, and he's like, every place he's looking on eBay, the red Sting, the NWO,
Yeah.
he's like, it's 190. I went to Macari, I'm like, I found 3 of them for 99. He's like, well, yeah. I'm like, so he started asking me, how do you tell real or fake? I said, well, I got to get moving. Well, look, then I went and pulled up the thing. I'm like, here, real and fake comparison. He's like, oh, wow. It's right there. I said, now you see the picture. And the reason why I buy off Macari compared to eBay protects the seller, not the buyer.
Yep.
Macari protects the buyer, not the seller. You get it, you have 3 days. If it ain't good or it's bad, you just send it back and you get your money back. So it's just one of those funny things. I mean, I would prefer if I'm looking for something like we do, we all have a different thing and say, T-Roy, Trent, Bradley, hey, let's look for this and see what we can find one for me for a good price, something that we can see and have in our hand compared to doing that. If I'm really, really looking for something. But really the last thing that's probably the biggest problem right now. Other than one of those freezes that I don't want to spend the money on, the golden freezes.
The red and black eye one.
Either the red or the black eyes, I wouldn't care. Just to have a golden Frieza. But
Well, especially now that he's hitting it, and what's going to happen if they going to make a black Frieza?
if they make a black Frieza, they should make a Popo. That's all.
That's what I was going to say, because I don't see how you can say black Frieza on the box and not have a Mr. Popo.
Well, it's just like, why couldn't they make Yami on the toilet?
Because I want it. That's why.
Yeah.
Where's my Yami sitting on the pooper?
That's all it does. I love it. That's the best part of him.
Right.
Oh. T-Roy, I got a question.
Be quiet.
What's up?
I just bought a stupid number of comics the last couple of days. And I just found out that CBCS is going to be at one of our local cons. How does that work? Is it just like where I can take stuff in and pay for it and they take it?
Yes. Basically,
Okay.
You just take what you want to them, drop it off, and then you'll have to pay for the shipping and have it shipped back to you.
Okay.
When I went to the when I went to the con in Detroit, they were actually grading stuff right there. Like I watched them doing it, and then they gave it back to them after they graded it.
Yeah, because that was because right now the Grand Rapids Con doesn't have too much, but that's something that they do have. So that would be something that I would definitely, hey, I got a bunch of stuff coming in. It's not high value stuff, but it'd be stuff that'd be nice to have slapped up.
Not to brag, but CBCS is literally 35 minutes from my house. I can go straight to their place and here you go. They literally have a walk-in. You can go in.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do they?
Any day of the week. But I don't like, as of yet, I don't like CBCS's cases compared to CGC. And it's purely that's just the looks. I like the looks of the CGC better still.
Well, don't they do the ones with the custom? Oh,
Yeah, they can do the custom labels where they have like you can put like Magneto or whoever you want on.
Yeah. So what is different between, because I was at one of the auctions, and blue label versus yellow label?
Yellow label is a signature series. It means somebody signed it and it's been authenticated. Blue
Okay.
label is just a standard comic. Green
Okay.
label means it's been repaired. Purple label means you stay away from it.
Yeah. What about a white label?
Oh my goodness. What is
I
white?
just saw one. I think it might be for the new manga series. Because I think they just did their first manga.
Now you're making me look at my only slab.
White is restored, it says.
Restored. Okay.
I don't have a comic to look at.
Well,
And I also got a couple autographed.
label.
What is it? White Widows for like $5. I think there was like one or two of them that I actually wanted. Oh,
All right, toy collector people here. I showed Mr. Bradley. Tell me about this. I found this for my daughter, and I never
really
it's
actually
big.
bought one of these. But the reason I got it for her is you see right here, the first edition sticker. Never seen one of these toys. I mean, it's not that it's anything expensive. It was only a $14 toy. But do I cringe and let her take it out of box, or do I tell her that she should really, because of that first edition, leave it in the box?
A
Who
good
makes
guy
it?
would buy her one of each. Would go buy
There was
another one.
only
They
one. I
play
wish
with
I
one
could've.
and keep one sealed.
I wish I could have, but they only had one.
Well, I had to find a second,
Who makes it?
and then open neither of them.
Yeah.
What
Tell her one's going to be autographed and the other one's going to be framed.
Master.
Okay.
I've never seen one of these. I've seen these style toys, but I mean the articulation. You can move the wrists, you can move the elbows, you can move the shoulders, the knees. I don't know if the hips don't look like they move, but I was just going, for $13, it was cool. And then when I seen the first edition sticker, I'm like, maybe that's why I've never seen one.
Have you guys seen those Fugly dolls that are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossovers?
Yes.
Have you seen how much the set goes for on eBay?
No, I haven't.
Isn't it? It's just ridiculous.
It's like
Yeah.
$140.
Holy.
Uh-huh.
Don't go into a Five Below trend, and don't go into Walmart right now. You'll spend too much money. Five Below has a little mini turtles and like a little thing for Easter. That has
So I've seen those because we went to a couple Five Belows and a couple Walmarts. Here's my issue with those is that they have the 4 turtles, which is $20. You don't get Splinter and you don't get Shredder. The only way to get those is to buy the 3-pack, which right now I've only seen them have it on Funko's website. So for $25, you get them through Funko's website and you get them all. And I have 2 individual packets instead of 4.
Right.
Right. I figured you would know, but Walmart has a ton of turtle stuff right now.
Everybody.
Oh, do they?
I don't know what happened to Turtles. I mean, I didn't think the movie was that big, but man, this
They got number 2 in the works.
One
Did you
thing
get
about
some
the
of that
turtles
water
is always
that they
been
had?
about the toys.
The water?
Yeah, in the metal box, metal cans.
I didn't see those.
The turtles have always been more about how the toys do than the movies do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've seen those at Target.
Yeah,
oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that they're actually metal. You could reuse these things.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy stuff. I mean, there's so much turtle marketing going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
I swear they're trying to take all of Trent's paycheck.
And there's not much of it.
There isn't much of that paycheck already not spoken.
Yeah. It's like, do I get turtle stuff, food and gas?
Turtles.
Yeah.
For companies,
Signatures.
that eliminates one cost right there.
Yeah. Like this week, I don't have any food and gas I got to pay for. The company does. So
Best part.
Well, there you go. On your way home, you're gonna see all sorts of roadkill. Just go scrape that up. There's your food.
Yep.
Just save your per diem money. It's fine.
Well, no, he's going to come home, then he's going with me, and I'm going to pay for most of the stuff to take our road trip.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in. I get a set allowance that I make sure I spend every day, and this is I'm not gonna lie. This is the nicest hotel I have ever been in, and I've taken multiple company trips. Let's see if I can. I have a whole kitchen almost.
Holy Lord! But you still have decor from like the 70s.
I don't care. There's a dishwasher in here for some reason.
Hey,
There's a dishwasher. There's silverware. I'm not going to use any of it, but it's here.
I'm gonna say you're just there for the night, aren't you? Then you're taking off in the morning.
No, I'm here for the week.
You're done. You're at where you need to be.
Yeah.
at least 2 out of the 4 of us in this group were born in the 70s.
I'm in there.
So, is that like a divider?
That's
right
what I was
behind you?
just gonna ask too. What's that thing behind you?
It's like a divider, right?
Yeah, it's just a curtain that separates the living room to the bedroom.
Well, pull that thing. We don't want to see your bedroom.
Oh, come on. I haven't even sat in the bed yet. Well, the farthest I've gotten to is just the this chair. That's about it. I put my clothes right here.
I don't want to see your boyfriend run around. He's going to be jealous.
That's where Reef is.
That's why Reef hasn't showed up yet. I
Oh.
thought we were going to have 5 this week.
I was saying, if Wahlburgers would have been open, I was going to do the live from inside of there.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Aaron
But I
just,
drove by and there was nobody and it was all dark. So I was like, I guess I'm not going there.
Aaron just asked me that we saw it somewhere. She goes, "Have you ever ate there?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "You want to?" I'm like, "I don't care." I'm like, "Where's the closest one? Like Detroit, isn't it? I think." Or
There's
Yeah.
one in Grand Rapids.
I'm gonna say, is there one at Grand
There,
Rapids
'cause
too?
Ian did. That's where we got the pictures with Paul there. Ian did a cooking class with him, and one of the things they done, and they took him in there. They had him do some bunch of different neat things, and he got to meet and talk to him. It's really cool. We did when we were there. We bought. I mean, it's really simple. It's a burger place. They do a good job with it. Top fries. Is it a gourmet restaurant? No, but is it a good restaurant? Someplace you just go and have a decent burger and fries? Yeah. That's what I liked about it. You were full, but you had a good amount of food. I was shocked. Like, we ordered one of their things of tots, and literally me and my wife could have split it. It was so big. And the price wasn't bad at all because we went, Ian was with his group, and we were separate. And they literally, as cool as they were, they wouldn't let us pay for our food. They gave it to us, and I'm like, no, we just came on the side to bring our son. We
Right.
didn't pay for ours. Like, no. So I left the waitress like a $30 tip because they wouldn't even let us, and it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, I want to say like a regular cheeseburger is like $6. A double was $9.
T-Roy, on the note you just said, you'd actually be impressed with me. I did buy Maleficent 1 through 4 for my wife. I didn't know the comic. She was talking about something different, so I did stop into my local. I got Lilo and Stitch 1 and 2, and Maleficent 1 through 4. I just never showed them all, but I did buy some comics.
Yes, I almost bought the Lilo and Stitch foil cover because that looked pretty cool.
That's the one I have.
had a foil cover.
Yeah.
So I already got it.
I think the latest foil I picked up was What If Venom series with it's got Venom on the cover and it's a foil background. I didn't get the She-Hulk regular one, but
You liked it, didn't you, Christina? It was a pretty nice little spot to stop in. I was actually shocked at how good it was.
Yeah, I've not been to Wahlburgers yet.
It just had that great of reviews. I won't lie.
I might do a review here. I don't know if it's still open or not, but when I looked it up for places around here to eat, there is a Mr. Beast burger around here. I was like, oh, I got to take photos, and if it's still up for my son, and I'm like, hey, dude, I saw Mr. Beast. I love his crappy burgers.
I didn't even know they had a restaurant. He had a restaurant.
He's got a bunch of pop-up places.
Yeah, there's a pop-up one right here in my town. a lot of people order from, but I've not tried it yet.
If I had a pop-up restaurant, I would want to go to movies.
It's right next to a movie theater.
No, movies. From
Movies.
James
Yeah.
I seen they were doing those ones for pop-ups.
Nice. Oh. Whew.
You know, I think the guy in the bottom corner here, his wife might be almost as big a New Kids fan.
Oh.
She's playing with the dogs in the garage or the cat. Christina puts her, she's a big New Kids on the Block fan. I think your wife could rival her.
They're playing in Michigan here shortly, aren't they?
I believe so.
Are we going to see you rocking out at an NKTOB? Isn't NKOTOB? At a concert?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm going to that horror con, because Aaron's lovely Nick Carter's going to be there. She got 10 pops to have autographed, and she said she's going to take 3 a day and then 4 on the last day. I'm like, what for you?
Okay.
Good day? I'm like, yeah, I'm
on
great.
sale for $18 at Funko Shop at it. I didn't see that. Another sale that Mr. Bradley missed out. I could have got your wife the 5-pack of them.
For New Kids on the Block?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Oh, wow.
we don't do New Kids on the Block. Come on, Dan. This is Backstreet Boys.
We did New Kids on the Block.
Is there a Backstreet Boys album one yet?
Nope. All they have
They're just in sync.
Yep, they've got all they got is their 5 pops that I'm aware of.
How does South Park get an album cover, but not the Backstreet Boys?
One of the biggest selling boy bands ever. I don't know. They're just not that lucky. They're too busy to get money from like Gain or whatever it is for their commercial.
Everything on Funko. Just soda. It was everything. Funko had a 24-hour flash sale. 24-hour, 12-hour. Disc Trackers put it out there.
GameStop right now has an awesome deal. I don't know how long that goes on, but we looked at possibly buying a couple Loungefly bags. Originally $70 for 30, and they have their wallets for 10, and then pops are 2 for 20.
Wow.
TJ Maxx has Loungefly bags for $29.99 now.
Do they? Is it the? I mean, obviously it's the lesser ones.
No,
They've had all sorts of ones.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. Oh, I found who was it? Was it Umpty? Somebody sent me the link. That Scotty Young bag, Amazon for $40. It's 30 or 40. I think it's $40. So I think I'm gonna have that coming.
Funko,
And then
things they're doing is they're overpricing their stuff from their regular sellers, and they're selling to discount stores and putting it at the prices that he should have been at the regular stores.
Mm-hmm.
And wonder why people are getting upset. And then there's more chases going to the discount stores than the regular stores.
yeah, and now they got this weird Dunkin's promotion.
Right.
Oh God, they're starting to get too memey. Like the head Kelsey, that was cool. Now the Dunkin' commercials, those guys are huge. I get them. I love all those commercials. But what's next? I mean, they're just going to continue to see what's hot in the media or in,
But see, here's my issue with a lot of that is obviously you go and you pre-order this. I think you can customize yourself to do it, so that shouldn't be too long. But like the Kelsey thing, it's hot now. People are buying it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's going to take you 6 to 8 months to actually receive it.
Right.
So it's just going to die. It's almost like the same thing they're doing with NFTs. Is that I honestly think the NFTs, in order for them to work, is you have. I don't like the fact that they burn the packs in such a fast time. I feel like they should give them a couple of days. Say, hey, we're going to do 72 hours to sell the packs, and already have all of the NFTs made, boxed, ready to go. And you have 1 month from the time it drops. And at the end of the month, it's, hey, you need to redeem them. You have 1 week to do it because we're shipping them out the next week. I think that would increase the value of the NFTs even more. And then, all right, yep, they're all mailed out. Let's wait a month. If anybody's damaged, we'll swap them out. and then physically destroy them. Make a video every month of you destroying these pops. Because more and more you're hearing people saying, oh, well, yep, my pop was destroyed or lost, and they sent me another one after they already said they were already destroyed. How can this be?
Christina, no, I'm not going to dunk on myself.
I'm not going to be a Duncan team member either.
I almost bought the Travis Scalise, but didn't do that one.
I did that one because I don't know. I saw it when it happened on TV, and I'm like, that is the most amazing thing I've ever seen, and that's why I did it.
Now they need him with his luchador mask that he stole from a little 6th grader or 7th grader. I laughed so hard when I read that article. I was like, oh, that's funny, because he went on his podcast and said he got that at a club in Vegas after the Super Bowl. Why is there a middle school boy in a club in Vegas?
Right.
I got some questions about that.
Hey, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, man.
I'm
not there.
You don't need to bring up the Epstein Island here. We're not in conspiracy
Yeah.
theory. I don't want to be beat up. We're not talking about that.
Yeah. Well, now Funko's got their deal. Is you spend $65, you can get one of 3 pops, which
Thor, Rocky Maivia, ones they couldn't sell, and I can't remember what the other one was.
it was Thor, the Rocky, and then it was an Overwatch pop.
You got the glow in the dark coming, Missouri, right, Bradley?
Oh.
You ordered that?
Mhm.
Well, it was on the Funko shop, so I ordered one for Kay, and I ordered that. I can't remember what else I ordered with it, and then I realized it was over 65 because I did the shipping, and I got
Mhm.
I'm like, really, I don't want. The problem is with the free pops they give you. Most of the time, you don't want any of them.
Right.
No, and like that's how I looked at it, because I did a small order just to get some stuff, and I was like, nope, I'm not gonna keep buying stuff to get this.
Well, I
I
think
see Target.
also tonight you know,
The only time I pay extra is if it's for shipping. If they're like free shipping if you get to a certain amount, because then basically you're throwing away money if you don't.
exactly.
That's all I went after. Is I got the free shipping. Well, the free shipping number is the same as the free pop. So once you get the free shipping, you get the pop for free.
Yeah.
So if you're going for the free shipping, you get that. And I've been having such luck. I did a couple more chase roulettes with them. Like the one Bradley got me one from My Hero with a chase. The guy from the sport class. I can't think of his name right now.
Oh, the mask guy,
Yeah, that Aizawa trains.
the talker guy. Yeah.
So I ordered 3 of him to get up there. And then there you go. So,
Nice. Walmart special?
$6, yeah.
I think they were 9 by us. Still, last I checked.
I was like, for $6, come on, they're Squishmallows, and it's Snoopy and Woodstock.
So it looks like from Funko's website that Target Con was a huge bust this year.
oh yeah, dude, I can still get everything you want. Goku is at Target today.
Every single thing you need from Target Cons at my Target right
Ooh,
now.
that's
They
nice.
didn't sell out of anything.
Everything.
The only one I'm contemplating is the Shadow and Amy 2-pack.
Dude, you know how many of those are set at 28th Street?
Yeah, those are ones I'm going to wait to go on clearance to get, because I'm more worried about trying to get that GameStop Glow in the Dark exclusive.
Nice.
Picked those up today because the boy finally said he wanted them.
Well, I still have this nice Naruto that's waiting for him. Come here. You want me?
Oh, the 4-pack Super Bowl Chiefs one? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, because like our Andrew over at RA, he buys those and he can't get rid of them.
Right.
But now they'll have a bunch more Taylor Swift fans to tell them to, you know?
Right.
Hey.
They'll buy the Chiefs one.
Yeah.
They should have added a Taylor Swift pop in that set. It'd be worth. I'm telling
Do
you,
like a little printout in the background of it.
Do it the DDP. Bang!
Say, I almost bought some of those Taylor Swift comics for my daughter. I thought about it.
I
got
bought
my
for me. I'll
daughter
admit. I
the
bought
Taylor
one for
Swift
my daughter, and
book.
they're going up for me.
You get Hot Topic had the books, the Taylor Swift book.
Yeah, no, I found them last night? One of the sellers on Whatnot had them all, and I was like, okay, this is really tempting. I'm like, which one do I go for? The one I really want sold for like $300. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get one of those. But like even like the regular ones were going for 15 at the cheap end, but most of them were 30 and up. And those weren't for virgins. Those were just for standard stock.
That's
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
The T Swift right there in a heartbeat.
I'm telling you, if Funko had any balls, they would pay whatever amount she wants to get her likeness and put her and Kels in a 2-pack, and
Oh,
that thing
God.
would be sold out so fast. They no matter how many they'd made, it'd be gone.
I'm gonna say that'd probably be the biggest printed pop ever.
Yeah,
Make 4 million, they'd all be
and
gone.
still be a grail.
Yeah.
People still be paying $100 for it. It'd be the most printed pop out there.
That's the point right now with a lot of the stuff is I feel they're just overproducing. And I don't know why, just like all this Target Con stuff. For all the Targets to have this many, how many did they make?
Well, and you look at like last year, there were hardly any.
Hot Topic, they get next to nothing now. All the Hot Topic exclusives around here, they get maybe 3. It used to be 12 minimum. They'll be lucky to get 3 now. So I think they've cut down in certain places, but for some reason, like Target, they're still at that overproducing.
Well, it's probably just their size. I mean, Hot Topic, nothing compared to Target.
Got them? The best thing about it is after they do the breakup with Taylor and Kelsey, you could still sell the 2-pack. You just have to knock Kelsey down. Put it down inside the box, lay it down, and her turn her like she's looking at it.
Well,
There you go. You
if
got
they were
the-
smart, if they ever did that, they'd make it to where you could remove Kelsey and put someone else in there, and it could be like a randomly swapping out constantly.
Just put Taylor and boyfriend.
Yeah,
Just rotate it.
And it's just a blank that you just slide in there. Anybody you want, you can make Taylor
Put a little dry erase board on it that you can just keep putting names on it.
There you go. There's it.
I would have that. It would be Taylor. Then I put my pop next to it and be like, hey, this is rumor, but
happened. Yeah,
Remember when they did the 2-pack before the one and the empty? You have like a dry erase board behind her and just have boyfriend.
You know, everybody gives her so much crap. But this poor girl, she's a billionaire, you know, and
You
she's
could do one with her and
Yeah.
Taylor.
you guys quit making fun of the billionaire.
yeah.
You know how much you have it.
How to make money.
She could literally probably tell someone to kill somebody, and they would do it without even thinking about
They
it.
would.
But
You know,
we're
and
supposed to feel bad.
And at the end of the day, you know, this is probably the smartest thing the NFL's done in many years.
Think about breaking up with her. And all the Swifties start talking. He gets up in the box. And then you see him like come to the field and drag him up there. No, I wasn't talking about you, honey.
well, that was it. So I think just after I got out of, I don't know what Chicago has, but they absolutely love Miley Cyrus, and I can't stand it.
Now we're gonna back
Five stations were playing 3 different Miley Cyrus songs within a half hour of each other.
Oh, stop it!
I'm like, this has got to stop. And then I get to Wisconsin, and I'm trying to find any station that doesn't have Miley Cyrus on it. And there's this guy talking about how Taylor Swift is a witch. And she's doing these tours, and she's performing witchcraft and this and that. And I'm like,
My God, but they got
she resembles some medieval witch, whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, if she's a witch, let her be a witch. Like, it's
poor Taylor.
Taylor Swift. If you're watching this by chance, hit one of us up on IG, and we'll bring you on to defend yourself.
Yeah. We would love to have you on here. Talk about instant, we'd all be 1 million followers. Like in 2 seconds. Just by her showing up 1 second and go, guys, stop talking about me. And that's all she have to
I
say.
will give you my little corner down here, and you can have my corner.
Yeah. We'll put her bright big center and all of us off the picture.
No, my daughter loves her absolutely, like, and she's a role model in my opinion. I can't say anything bad about her. She's sweet to people. She's nice.
Yep.
She's rich. I hope her and Kelsey are happy together. If not, I hope she finds somebody. I'm sure it's hard to find somebody you can trust.
Well, I remember too listening to like a long time ago. She was like, "Well, they were yelling at me that I didn't have a boyfriend, and then I tried to have a couple, and they didn't work out. Then they yelled at me for having boyfriends. So she's like,
Cannot
so
win.
Funny for a long time, and then now they're hitting her again for the boyfriends. It's like, poor girl, just leave her alone."
You know, if you talk about this, you know, Jackie Chan had a big thing in China. He kept his marriage hid for a long time because when they found out he was engaged, people started killing themselves. Because Jackie Chan is so huge over there, and everybody was going nuts when they found out he was engaged. So he'd been married for many years before anybody was even announced or in public. He's just like, I didn't want people killing themselves over it. It was just strange. He goes, I never thought I knew I was an actor and famous, but I didn't know I was famous enough that getting married would make people kill themselves.
I know how he feels. That's the way it is around me. That's
I
I always try to hide it. I don't wear a ring because it's just suicide rate goes up whenever I put one on. So I'm like, oh, I'll stop.
She was witchy. He's a witch.
That's cool, Christina.
Yeah, so the most famous person I ever did in school was Kirk Cousins. I played against him in middle school, I think.
For me, it would be, who's the coach for, is it Green Bay?
McCarthy?
McCarthy.
No,
The new one. Who's your coach right now?
I could have swore it was Green Bay. I went to school with one of the coaches of the NFL teams, though, anyway. He was a little younger than I was.
I walked Dan Marino across to the stadium once when I was working security. Does that count for anything?
That counts to me. That's awesome.
As a longtime Marino fan, yeah. I know he's a dick, but yeah.
He was nice.
LaFleur is his name, I think.
Oh, LaFleur? Yeah.
Whatever team he had coaches.
Yeah, I asked for his autograph, and he told, and like, of course, that's like totally unprofessional, but I didn't care because like, never am I gonna get a chance to do this again. And one of his guys like was about to say something. He's like, "What would you do if you were in this position?" And he's like, "Yeah, sir." And then he signed it and handed it to me. He goes, "Oh, I'll help you watch the game." But that was pretty cool of him. He was a nice guy.
What would you do? Just hold my hand.
That's the reason why he's a good quarterback, because he is cross-eyed. Like, they don't know where he's going to throw that ball. He's like, oh.
I have too many experiences. I can sit here and talk almost all day. I've been spoiled with a lot of stuff like that. I got an uncle that played a couple years in the NFL. He was an offensive lineman for the Cardinals. I used to do security at Free Fair for a while. Probably the funniest thing I've ever had happen. Everybody heard of the group REO Speedwagon?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't recognize the singer because he had the afro after he got his hair cut down to normal. And they come up and I asked to see their passes. And because I was doing the gate and I guarded him and the guitar player. And as they're walking away, the lead singer goes, I can't remember the last time I've had my ID checked. The guitar player goes, I can 30 seconds ago. It was hilarious. Sorry, guys, I was doing my job. I didn't recognize it.
Shows
After he was fired.
He carded me.
And Martina McBride, I don't care what anybody says about how nice she is, she will forever, pardon the language, be a bitch in my book. I cannot stand that lady.
Who?
Martina
McBride.
I did security at her show. She couldn't save $60. We had to cut 10 people, security guards. And then someone tried to break into her bus because we were short staffed. We had to pull me off the gate. Well, this old couple got in and asked for an autograph at the table. And she proceeds to bitch me out because I wasn't at the gate because I had to go help get people that were breaking into her bus. And she was mad. And literally the boss of security sends me away. He goes, all I'm going to say is I don't care who you were. You saved your $60. Something happened. My guys had to take care of the problem. Screaming at my guys doesn't matter. You saved $60. Deal with it. She was worried about the $60 for the extra security people. And then she was mad when something happened and they had to pull me off the front gate to go get the people out of her bus.
It's the way life happens.
And so then when the polite couple went through, older couple with their grandkids, really polite. Well, me and my family were eating and we got disturbed and blah, 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 just cussing me out. And she was a bitch. I will never, ever, I don't care everybody talks about interactions with me, I cannot stand her.
Great. Pop Out's talking about somebody who actually has the time to get on here and actually give a shit. Thanks.
Great animal.
Tim McGraw was a nice guy. He did something I've never seen when I did his show, Security. He met everybody. He'd come around, he said, "This is my show. And
Who
I'm
was
going
that?
to talk to every one of you and say hi, give you a chance to get an autograph if you want it, because I want you to present me the way I want to be presented.
Mhm.
They're all working and representing me."
Who was this?
Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw.
Walked around, met everybody, talked to us, offered us all autographs, everybody that worked at the show. He goes, "I do this at all my shows because I want everybody to have a good time. And I just think if I meet everybody that runs the show, you're going to present what I want you to present and keep the people happy."
I almost bought his 1883 figure in Faith Hills. And I was like,
Mhm.
but what are the odds they would ever do anything signing around me? Because those would be great to get signed, but
Right.
Isn't he
the
around?
odds of finding them.
Doesn't he live in? No, she's from Mississippi, but I thought they lived in Texas.
Everybody lives in Texas, but
Yeah.
It's
like-
not California.
Yeah.
Come on.
that's like saying, like, well, if they live in Kentucky. Well, that's 3 states away. Well, that's from the top of Texas where I live down to the bottom. But
Gotham City grew up with Seth Rollins. That's pretty cool. See, I'm spoiled because, again, my uncle played in the NFL. 1997 Defensive Rookie of the Year was, oh man, I'm going to kill it. I'm trying to remember his last name now. Mike played for Denver as a rookie, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Oh, Mike Kroll. He grew up literally just around the block from here where I live. You know, so I've met him. There's a lot of people around this area that have gone to the NFL and baseball. I'm trying to remember Jim. What's Jim's last name? A gentleman who pitched in 1969 was his last year in the Major League of Baseball. He had 9 complete games for the Boston Red Sox. Actually worked with me at GM. You know, it's a small world, but it's out there. And I've always said it's that 3 degrees of separation. You can meet anybody.
Mhm.
don't Tony Danza teach high school somewhere now?
I don't
think
know
I
if Tony
read that.
Steiners does. But I know that one of the Steiners teaches up just not in the UP, but close to the UP. He's a gym teacher.
Yeah, Rick. I think Rick Steiner. He was a teacher. He was an educator. I think George the Animal Steel. He was an educator.
George Animal Steel taught English literature. When I met him and he spoke English grammar, blew my mind. Again, another one I was doing security for my aunt and uncle at the Free Fair. I got to meet King Kong Bundy, George Animal Steel, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Sensational Sherry.
Oh, that's awesome.
Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Those are names I remember.
Greg the Hammer is a jerk. That's he actually acts like that. Bundy and George Animal were making fun of him. My uncle that I told you played in the NFL was they were trying to get George and King Kong were trying to get him to get in the ring with him. They're like, "You're a big boy. You should get in the ring. We won't need these." He's like, "No." The reason a guy fell and hit him in the knee and blew out his knee, that little thing. So that's why my uncle only played 3 years. But he's like, "No, I have enough trouble walking as is." "Oh no, we'll be gentle. You'll have fun. Come on, you're big enough. Get in the ring with us." No. It's just fun times. It's neat to get. That's one thing I loved about doing the backstage security and doing that, and just getting the chance to talk to the people and realizing people are people.
You know, that's what I telling Erin too. When we go to the cons, she's like, "I don't know what to say and I can't talk." And I'm like, "Say hi." I said, "They're normal people like us. You can talk to them just fine."
Yeah, it's kind of weird. When I met the guy who plays Spike from Buffy, he literally did not want you leaving until you finished your conversation. Like, I felt like we were in a rush because we were one of the first ones, but he's like, "Oh no, take your time." And then he's like, "You guys want a picture?" I was like, "Oh, I only paid for the autographs." He's like, "Oh, we can get you a picture, no problem." Took pictures and stuff like that, and had plenty of time. And he seemed very like relatable and everything. And then when I met the guy who plays Angel, he was real nice too. But then like he, I mentioned the fact that I started watching Buffy and Angel, and when I was in Iraq, and then he's like talked about when they filmed in somewhere, and I'm like, yeah, that's not the same. Yeah, so I didn't really say that, but I was like,
right.
Hey, we had to do this one scene like 8 miles south of Detroit, and it was scary, y'all.
But I mean, it was still kind of neat because he tried to make that connection with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like. And then you have, and I hate to say it because he's such a sweet guy. When I had Brendan Fraser, when I got his autograph, he didn't really say anything. He just signed and said, "Have a good day." Basically, that was it. And no ifs, ands, or buts or anything. And I'm like, well, that was disappointing. And
That's
then
a blast from the past.
yeah, and then I went to and that exact same thing. Went over and got God dang it, why can't I even remember his name? Frodo's autograph. Elijah Wood. And he sat and talked to me. He did a special signature, like his pop literally says something cool. Because I was like, he's like, "What do you want me to write on here?" I said, "Something cool." He's like, "Well, what are you thinking?" I was like, "No, I want you to actually write something cool." He's like, he thought that was the funniest thing. I still have it. It's
That is awesome. I feel bad when I got the signature for you, Trent.
Yeah.
The
You can
guy
see-
was trying to talk to me, and I didn't know what to talk to
something
him.
cool.
That's awesome.
When you get
And he
him
just
like
thought that was
that,
neat. And if I ever meet him again, I bet you he'll remember me just because of that. Because he had a huge laugh and told one of his Hobbit buddies that was sitting right next to him about it.
Well, that's cool.
every time you do something like that, there's Van Beesbrook, I can't remember. He did a lot of the stuff in Valiant. And when I had him sign some stuff, the thing that blew his mind, and you're only supposed to get like 3 items signed. We had a bunch of different stuff, and we were having certain comics, and we had all the people that worked at Valiant because they were at the Detroit show signed. So I had a comic that everybody, it was just one of my stupid things I wanted everybody that worked on the comic to sign it. So his wife, which did some work on it, we're like, "Oh, how long before she's back?" He goes, "Well, she just went to go get us some coffee and stuff." He goes, "You actually want her signature?"
Well, yeah.
We're like, "Well, yeah, because we're trying to get these comics with everybody that worked on them signed it, and she's on here." He goes, "Give me your stack." We're like, "What?" He goes, "I'll sign every one of them. Make them wait." What?
Yeah.
He's like, No. My wife has said, "Well, you don't get it. We've been here and nobody's asked her. She did this because I asked her to do this. The people would want her signature. She told me I was crazy. And the fact that you two want her signature," he goes, "I'll sign your entire stack. Just stay here."
I wait for it again. So I say, "Hang on," and guess what?
Jumped up when he saw her, honey, come here. They want your autograph, honey. But she gets there, she's like, "Really?" We're like, "Yeah, we're trying. You worked on the comic. Everybody in this thing that we're signed that worked on it, you're all here, so we're trying to have everybody sign it." So we had the Valiant comics. I can't remember what one it was, but it was just neat because everybody who worked on it that was in there, and we had their signature. But he was just, it's one of those things that when you can do something for them to remember, it's awesome. Like, one of the guys was working on Supreme at the time when that came out. Well, Todd McFarlane was there. And this guy was being arrogant as hell. Todd McFarlane was embarrassed, literally embarrassed. And we're having things signed down. We're like, "Yeah, he's with you." He's like, "No, he's not. We're independently contract. I don't know." He's like, "He's a dick. I don't like him. I'm sorry." Yes, he's under image, but I don't like him. And just seeing the disgust on his face, the way the guy was acting. "I'm going to be the greatest thing in the world. This comic is amazing. I did this. This is awesome." And he was just so over the top. You ever meet anybody like that in your signings? It's like, dude, tone it down just a bit.
You know, I've seen Robbie Damon twice. He does Mega Me and he does Haganazuka. He does a bunch of them. And I tell you what, every time I go there, he's just having a blast. Like this time, he's saying happy birthday to some 14-year-old girl. Like he was taking a picture with her. And she's like, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed." And he's like, "Oh, no, everybody, screaming through the whole store. The whole store saying a happy birthday." And on top of that, Adam MacArthur come out, was doing like this tap dance and stuff for her. And whoever does Nobara, she come out and she's like giving like jazz hands. The only one who couldn't get out there was Sinemi, because he was back signing and he didn't see what was all happening. But I mean, he is just the most nicest, outgoing, normal human being you'd ever meet in your whole life. Like, he remembered me from when we seen him at in Grand Rapids for Galactic Toys, because he goes, "I beat you last time in dice." I'm like, "Yeah, you did." But now we're tied for 1-1. I beat him this time with a 6 and he got a 3. But just, he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and he's just down to earth. Like, there's not much stuffiness to him. I haven't really met anybody who's been outlandish yet.
Ray Park is an absolute nice guy. Absolutely nice guy. I've seen him multiple times. He comes to a lot of the stores and stuff around here and does signings, and he's just nice every time. I've never gotten anything autographed by him because I've never been there, because I knew he was going to be somewhere. But he's been there at like 3 different places that I showed up to randomly doing signings, and he's always taking pictures, always smiling. And I just think that's the way people should be. It's you can tell people who realize that they're where they're at because people like them, not because that makes sense.
Well, and just when I saw Inosuke, he would sit there, he'd be screaming the whole time in any Inosuke's voice, or he'd talk like Kirito. He would talk like Aaron, like he's just having fun.
Yeah, I'm sure there's just a handful of people that are like, most people, what T-Roy is saying is, they know where they're at because of their fans. And then you probably do get a couple of them that are like, "Hey, I'm contracted, I have to do this, I don't want to be here," or, "Hey, I'm down on my luck, and yes, I need the extra money." Well, yeah, I know everybody that I've gone to, even like small, like I'll go to small, not independent, like comic book artists and stuff like that, but they're on the smaller scale, and they'll get an exclusive here or there. And even talking to them, they all know almost one each other. So there'll be like 5 or 6 of them there, and they're like, "Yep, all 5 of us worked on one book together, or worked on a series of books, or we all have exclusives," or, "Yep, this guy had a deadline, so I drew his cover for him," and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how much they're just in a knit community.
It's a community, and most of them are smart enough, and most people understand. Gordon Howe, even before he passed away, when he had the arthritis and everything, it hurt him to sign, but he would never say no to anybody that asked for an autograph. And when they asked him why, he said, "I didn't make nothing without my fans." And there's a lot of athletes out there who forget that. They get cocky and arrogant and want all this money. There was a basketball player, though, I did not know this, and I think it's blue. He goes, "I'll sign anything for anybody who asks, as long as it's not in a blue pen." A blue pen, they could transfer that signature over. Copy. And so, because he got in trouble for not signing for a little kid, he said he had a blue pen. He was, and they use that, they'll send a kid up. He was, "I told him if he had another color pen that I would sign for him, but I just couldn't do it with blue. You have to be careful with your signature. It's something about that color." He goes, "I'm not into it, but I was told that they can transpose it off onto other stuff. So then your signature could be on 20 different things with that one signature, and they could sell them all, and they could get them all approved, but it's actually your signature, even though it's not." He goes, "So that's something they taught us."
Huh.
He goes, "If you watch," he goes, "later I walked out with a red pen looking for that little kid, and I was going to sign for him because I never turned down a little kid." But
that's cool.
Guys who understand that make a difference and realize sports and this stuff, you don't have to be a role model, but you got to be a decent person.
Correct.
It helps make it nicer. Steve.
Because you got to have a good name for the team.
What? Go ahead.
You just got to have a good name for the team. You don't have to be the best person in the world, but you got to conduct yourself with a responsibility.
Well, it's even with like the autograph. You start talking about all these guys realize these animes go, but we can hear your voice. Chris Sabat still swears up and down that his signature shouldn't be worth more than $2. He goes, I can't believe people pay for this stuff. He goes, but it's neat that just because I have a deep voice, I can do it. I remember Steve Eiserman being on the phone. We were at training camp his 19th year telling people, look, I have an appointment I made, but I'm going to sign for all the kids. I'm sorry. I'm not signing for an adult. I do have to make this appointment, so I'm going to sign for all the kids. And went around and signed for every kid there. But he let you know up front, hey, I got someplace I got to be. If I sign for everybody, I'm here for 3 hours. I can't. If you want my signature to be back tomorrow, I don't have anything planned. I didn't have anything planned the day before I signed for everybody. After training camp, they always come out in Traverse City and sign. He's like, but today I have an appointment I have to make. It's those type of things. And that was the day we did our signature. The one that blew my mind was Brett Hall signed for nobody, period.
Huh.
Brendan Shanahan, I laughed. I got to watch him be funny, and I think he paid for a hood of a truck. He signed for everybody out there. Everybody's screaming. He jumped up on the hood of the truck, tried to do a Rocky, and he was in his socks. And when he went like this, his feet come out from underneath, he fell on his back and crushed the hood of that.
Oh, gosh.
He gets up, looks up, oh shit, runs it back. I'm like, he could have just hurt himself, but he was more embarrassed that he fell out of the truck.
That's too comical.
When you do those things, that's what makes fans for life.
Yep.
These guys coming out and signing this stuff, they know what their money is. They know their job is voice acting. And they know that when they make the kids and they make us happy, then we're going to keep buying their stuff. So when they come out 10 years later, guess what? Hey, Chris Sabat is now Vegeta, Piccolo, All Might, Yami. Mm-hmm. And you start bringing the stuff, he's still out here signing because he was decent. If he's an ass, people aren't going to go to him. People aren't going to have him sign stuff.
Right, exactly.
Bradley, what con are you going to at the end of March?
The end of March is the Horror Hound Weekend in Ohio.
Okay.
It's in Cincinnati, I think.
Yeah, that's the one that had the guy from, because I'm just looking up cons in Michigan, and the 24th, they have one in Detroit, or by Detroit.
Yeah, it's the Detroit Metro, something like that it's called, isn't it?
Yeah, Metro Detroit Con.
Yeah.
They got a guy from My Hero, Android. You got 2 androids.
Yep.
Are be there. And somebody from Fire Force.
Stop it. God dang it. Okay, so who's going to go to that one for me since I'm going to be in Ohio?
Let me see who this guy is.
I think it was Takeda. I don't think he has a pop.
If it would show up. Yeah, he did Android 16. Full Metal Alchemist. He did somebody. No. Akira Toru, Obi, from Fire Force.
Obi?
Yeah.
I think, was he the one in season 2, Dan? Wasn't he the guy that had like the whole town or whatever? Or he was like the boss of 6 or 7, I can't remember.
I'd have to see the picture to know.
No, I'm going to go look now.
Yeah, and then there's the other guy is Dragon Ball Z, My Hero, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Hakusho.
Yeah, so he did the ghost person from My Hero, like the purple shadowy guy.
Oh, Kirigiri.
Yeah, he did him. He did Emperor Pilaf and Android 17.
What's it called again, Trent?
Metro Detroit Con. Oh, don't worry, there's another furry con coming too.
Bradley can't wait. He's got his costume.
Not at all.
Yeah. This Motor City Fury Con, April 5th through the 7th.
I think I'm good there.
Wow.
T-Roy, did you buy into the NFTs for Space Jam?
I'm
No.
done with NFTs. I got locked out of my account, and when my computer crashed, and in order to get back to it, you had to have that code thing.
Mm-hmm. And it was locked on your.
And they're like, "Well, wait, there's nothing we can do about it. You have to have that." And I'm like, "Well, that's all. Those are gone then, because I can't get onto it. And since that got locked out, and there's like $30 in that account, I'm like, I'm not messing with it ever again."
Was that through your Drop account?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've been looking at the new Transformers Wave 2, but
I got rid of all my Transformers except for one, I think.
they're just not that.
You know, Dan, I got that free on those little gifts.
I don't ever play with this.
I am Optimus Prime.
So, what's your thought on the Star Wars one?
Autobots, transform and roll out. Megatron must be stopped.
I have an Optimus for. Sorry.
Yeah, this came with the 25th anniversary Optimus Prime. No. The Star Wars ones?
Yeah, I'm interested. I think it's going to be a flop. I have a feeling they're going to use a lot of old molds.
That's the problem. I said it, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. They need to do a He-Man one, and they need to make that Grail Teela, since they've never made a Teela pop, which she's a main character. Why isn't there one? They got almost every other character they've ever made. They've never made Teela. You make her the Grail, that thing will sell out. I guarantee it.
Well, I know, Key Tons of Fun will spend his whole life savings on that.
Yeah, I know somebody who don't do NFTs that will spend a fortune on it to make sure they get her.
Yeah.
It's amazing when you look at this stuff and they don't realize, and it's very simple. A lot of the times, the stuff that they can make that people would want, that would sell out. You talk about Teela. We talk about Yami on the Pooper. There's little things like that that make so much sense. On Mr. Popo, as much as controversy as that is, that pop would sell.
Because he actually had a big part in the actual the anime.
The cancel culture is one thing, but that's 1%. 99%. How many people do you know that watch Dragon Ball who don't talk about Mr. Popo? I worked with Derrick Henry. He played for Minnesota. Sorry, I had to remember for college. He was the offensive and defensive lineman. And he is a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. And he's like, if they ever made a Mr. Popo, I would be all about it. And Derek is all 6'5", 350 pounds.
Mr. Popo sounds like something that somebody would ask a kid if they'd been touched there. Like, did he touch you in your Mr. Popo? Yes, he did.
Well, that's the point. He's just such a hilarious character that people liked him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's some of these things that I just think they're so scared of controversy, but that was the thing. If they stopped being scared of controversy, it would sell. Think of your wallet. The Teela. There's so many of them that they just never made that I don't understand why.
I'm sure they got their reasons. I'm not saying they're good ones, but they probably got a reason. Have any of you guys watched the new Avatar live action on Netflix?
I was going to ask if anybody's seen it. I have not. My wife watched the first episode. She said it was all right.
I
thought it was funny that what's his name's comment about it. Like, it's not so easy to make a live action one, is it? M. Night Shyamalan. everybody panned his movie so bad, and he's like, "Oh, it's not that easy, is it?"
Right.
Well, I don't know. All I would have put on there is Ung was not his name. Let's start right there, Mr. Shyamalan. When a 3-year-old wants to walk out of your movie because you can't call him Aang.
Right.
You know, I don't
Well,
understand.
dude, that's the whole Tamu debate. Was his name really Aang? Or have we been saying it wrong this entire time?
Right. Yeah. You
I
never
don't
know.
know. People argue that it's not an anime because even though it was made in anime style, it was made in America.
It's a U.S.
All of the cartoons, they called him Aang. So as long as the cartoon said Aang, that's what it is. It ain't about how it's spelled. It's how it's pronounced in the show. And in the show, they pronounce it Aang. So guess what his name is? Aang. I don't care how you spell it. It's different if we bring it from their language over and we misspell it and misquote it. But when it came from ours and went to theirs, our language is right. Just like with theirs. When we're talking Bleach and that, we have a difference and they say this is what it is, they're right. We're wrong.
So Frankenstein, the teacher.
Frankenstein.
Yep.
Frankenstein or was it Frankenstein?
It was the monster of Frankenstein.
There you go.
Wow.
They're gonna have JSA there too. It looks like.
All right, guys. Anybody? What do we got going on next week? Let's get this bad boy. We've been out here rambling. I didn't realize it's well over an hour. And we usually go an hour to 2 hours. I'm kind of hungry. Like I said, just wandered in and start this bad boy up. We're going to go with Mr. Trent first. He's on vacation.
Oh, go with me. I'm not on vacation. I'm just working in a whole nother state.
Oh, vacation work. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, we only have 4 facilities that we just merged into one, and I get to be here day one of it. So that's awesome. So this week I won't have too much. I do have a video dropping Saturday. I think it's the Sassy Cajun Mystery Box Battle. That'll be dropping Saturday. I'm going to try, depending on what my work schedule is out here and what's nearby, I might do a pop-up video here and there. But I do have a couple orders of comics coming in. So that will all be probably another week or two. And then me and Dan next weekend have a lot of driving to do. So,
Sir, I think T-Roy's ears pop up. He wants to go next. He heard comments. Huh? Don't say comments?
So I had a video come out today. In that video, I mentioned the fact that I'm going to be doing the duck race, not this week, but next week, because I'm literally vetting every single person who's commented, so that we're not going to run into the issue with that we had last time. So it's just going to delay the week. I should have like maybe one more video coming out this week sometime. I'm still wanting to do like a room tour, and I'm working on a stop motion intro to my videos. So if I can get that done, that'll be done this week. But other than that, I don't have anything else. I spent all my money on that little beauty right back there. So that's it for me.
Okay.
Let me see. This week, Mama Famine, I think we're going to do a couple videos on our pickups. I'm starting to get a build up here. But we also got our autograph pops from this Saturday. We also have our autograph pops we have to show off from Ishio yet. I got so much to do. And then plus, we're going to do our giveaway video for Rengoku here shortly. He'll be the next giveaway autograph. And
just in time for the new one.
You know, see, that's the point I'm running into now. Is I know I got the autographs, but a lot of times JSA is not available at these things. So do I give them away before I JSA them, or do I give them away as I get them? I know they're authentic, but at what point does anybody else know? I can take 55 with the guy, give him a kiss and a hug and holding his butt. Doesn't mean it's real. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would look at it, if it's a giveaway, it's as long as the person who's getting it would be if I'm going to enter, it's because it's something I want. I know that's not everybody's mentality. People are like, oh, if I win it, I can do whatever I want. I can flip it. I can do whatever. And then at that point, I'd be like, yes, okay, you won. I'm going in 2 weeks to an event where JSA is going to be there. If you would like me to authenticate it, all I ask is that you send me $10 to whatever the cost is to cover that, and then I will ship it out to you for free. But if you don't mind, I'm just going to ship it out now.
You know, and it's not like you can't just go to a thing and get it done yourself. I mean, literally, I took 15 pops to an event that no one was even signing at just to get them out, authenticated. Mm-hmm. There's a baseball card show. That's okay.
And with especially anime, they do so many signatures that those people at whoever you're getting it authenticated at, they've seen that autograph. They know if it's fake or not. Mm-hmm. It's really simple. I mean, it's not like a movie Hollywood actor. Like those get faked a lot.
Right.
Anime ones just don't, and so they know if it's real or not pretty much instantly.
Well, that, and you could also see say whoever you go to, mm-hmm. see if they have their own. You're not going to get a JSA authentication. You're going to get a COA from this voice actor who does signings. Because mm-hmm. I'm sure there's a good portion of them that have their own COA that they're like, hey, why should I make you go pay $10, $15 at Beckett when I can charge you $10 right here and keep it myself? And all I got to do is here's a little plaque or something like that.
There, Gotham.
Thank you, Gotham.
Take like with Fluffy and them. I just kept the receipt where I bought it from their store. With Fluffy, with Jay. And if anybody questions, are these real? I'm like, you go on their website, they sell them. And here's the receipt where I got an autograph pop from them.
Yeah, like Bret the Hitman Hart, if you order from he has a website, his comes with his own hologram and his own COA. So I mean that's kind of cool when they do that stuff.
So that's basically all we got this week, and then, like I said, at the end of the month we're headed to Ohio for the HorrorCon, the first HorrorCon we've ever been to. So it'll be fun and interesting.
Now come on down to the Texas one in May.
Is it a HorrorCon or just a Comic-Con?
It's a HorrorCon.
Yeah, isn't it called HorrorCon?
Yeah, it's Frightmare. It's Texas Frightmare.
Yeah, this one's called. This one. We were supposed to go last year, but Carter, who my wife was going for, backed out. So then he come out and said, I'm coming to the one next year for sure. So we didn't go to it, and we called and said, no, are our tickets still good? Can we use them at the other one? They're like, yep, no problem. So, I mean, I got a little email saying that it's okay, but you won't know until you get there, I guess.
Well, hey, we're going to have the whole entire cast of Scream is going to be at the one I'm at.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, who was that? That was just...
I want Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard, Nev Campbell, Skeet Ulrich, who else was it? Pretty much any of the main people, and then some of the people from the newer ones are going to be there as well.
See, when I was talking to Mama Fam, I said, if I was to go out and spend the $500 or whatever they want for the Scream Pop, I would want Matthew Lillard to have to sign it. I don't care about Skeet Ulrich. I like Matthew Lillard better.
Well, here's the thing. Last time I say we because I actually volunteer at it, so which I'll be doing this year again. But last time Matthew Lillard came, he stayed until his entire line was gone. It was like 3 hours after the show had ended. He was still sitting there signing. So Skeet Ulrich and Nev Campbell had smaller lines. So the smart people were running over to them first, getting their signatures, right, and then get back in line. And then the authenticator agreed to stay until Matthew Lillard was done and authenticated throughout as he was doing it. So you literally could just go straight to him. He could sign it. You could walk right over to the guy, pay your $10. He authenticated and walked out. It was kind of nice, but I'm sure he's going to do that again because he seems like he's an amazing guy. Because I got videos. I actually had to leave to go to work when they did it last time. So my wife ended up going for me, and of course she got video with him, and he's being all nice and flirty. So
he just said, "Oh man, that hurt. That really hurt. I like that better than Skeet."
I mean, a Warwick Davis pop Leprechaun would be cool.
Yeah, he's going to be there.
I look at the lineup and I saw that was on their first page. I was like, oh, get that glow in the dark one, have him sign it. I mean, it's no Leprechaun in the Hood, but I'll allow it.
Bradley, make sure to check your trunk. Dr. Oddity said he wants to hide in there.
I seen that.
Pretty much for me, I've got another pop hunt video. I've got so much stuff over there. I've got mystery boxes. I've got pickups. I've got Funko Shop orders. I've got a ton of Japanese One Piece because I couldn't find any American. So I got 3 boxes of those with 4 boxes of those with another box coming. I got cards galore. I got stuff. And then again, me and Trent are taking off on a road trip. I'm going to see if I can get rid of a ton of these extra pops and switch them out for some Pokemon. Have some fun. Just go out and little road trip. More about the road trip and just to get away.
You know, that's what I'm looking for in March. We're leaving on Thursday. The con's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we're going to come home, I think it was Monday. So we got a couple days that we can just take in the sights of Ohio. I don't know what there is in Ohio, but we'll find something.
We probably got 30 hours on the road. 16 there, 16 back by what I checked. That's saying we don't stop. We got 3 days to do it.
You guys definitely need to let me know, because if you come within 3 hours of anywhere I could get to, I would meet you guys somewhere just to sit and have like a lunch or something.
Well, maybe that's something we do. I mean, how far are you from Georgia? We're going to be at the bottom of Georgia.
74 days.
You know, if Trent, I mean, literally, I just got to be home Sunday because I got to be to work Monday.
Yeah, same for me.
And we're leaving here Friday, and I figure we're going to be down there Saturday about lunchtime.
Yeah, we'll look at that after the live. We'll stay on for a second so I can tell you.
Jumping over, I mean, that would be something, definitely a little bit of a trip to be worth it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Well, that's what we got going, guys. I want to thank everybody for being here. We're just shy of an hour and a half. It was a lot of fun. That's the thing about the NFOs, just getting together and hanging out and having a little bit of fun and chatting and talking and just being a group. I don't think we're going to do next week with me and Trent being on the road. So we're going to be gone for a week and then be back. Anybody want to pick it up?
I think Reef said he was going to pick it up.
Okay, so it's going to be on Reef's channel. And just have some fun. Don't be surprised, like with some of the stuff. I like to call him Mr. Bradley. We're going to call him our honorary 5th member. Whenever we need somebody, we're tapping. Go, come on, CCF, get
They'll
on.
take anybody.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We're not picky.
Hey, no, you got me. You're not picky at all.
I still say we need to get a female. We need a female perspective on a lot of the stuff we talk
You
about.
got Bradley.
Oh.
You're welcome. I'm going to identify as our female.
All right, guys, we're going to end the stream. And all I want to say is thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this thing and how we end it all. Peace.
Peace, everybody.